What's your first reaction? Philip from the Gazette.
Oh, hi, Philip. Yes, mate. Well, I'm just delighted for the fans, everybody at home that's watching it. Since I came here, especially after the sort of QPR games and Bristol City games, there were a lot of doom merchants and gloom merchants up in Middlesbrough. But it's nice too that they've all been happy tonight, and I think the lads have done a fabulous job. I mean, all right, unfortunately they're all away from home, but 4 wins on the trot away from home, I don't think I've done that in my career before. It's a tremendous achievement by the lads, and I thought we deserved it. I thought we should have been 2 or 3 up tonight, and then they got a lucky deflection. It could have knocked the wind out of some of the lads, but I thought we just carried on playing and got the rewards.
I was going to say, where does this rank in your list of achievements? I know it's at the bottom end of the table and not the top, but you had a huge, challenge on your hand when you walked through the door. Just a few games to go at, difficult circumstances. Where does this stand?
Well, as I said, I think it's got to be nearly the toughest. I can't think of anything tougher. There was only 8 games, so we couldn't do an awful lot other than work with the players we've got. The squad's lopsided. There's not a lot of defenders in there, so we've had to put different things and try things. But we've managed to pull victories out of the hat, and not at home. But I think that with 5 or 6 players next year, there's no reason why the club don't look at the other end of the table. I don't like it. I don't like the bottom end, if I'm honest.
I mean, you've got out of it now, so you can kind of look back. What was the low point? Was there a time when you thought, I don't think I can do this?
I don't think I'd be in the game 40-odd years as a manager if I thought that. You're the one person when you're the manager that's got to be positive every day. Yes, there were times after the Bristol City game where I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and tossed and turned, and I was going back to the Hull City winner, things like that in my mind, which was criminal. And the goals we've conceded, 4 minutes on Saturday, against my old club. So there are a lot of things that go through your mind, but you haven't got time to dwell. As a manager, you've got to get the best out of what you've got and get looking at the next game. And Sheffield Wednesday is always a good club, a good ground for me to come to. Being a Blade, it's always nice to. I usually get a nice welcome here, but not tonight.
Just last one from me. What's been the biggest single factor do you think over the last month, really, since you came in, that's got you out of it?
Well, I think the lads took on board what Kevin Blackwell, Ronnie Jepson, and myself, what we wanted from the first minute. We told them what the situation was. We've been in it before, so we're aware of what's needed. And we asked them to give us everything. And they have done. A little bit, sometimes, it's not been enough. It's a little bit, we've probably asked them to do things that they can't do and what have you. But it's not been for the lack of trying. And even the bad results we had, it wasn't the lack of trying, it was just indiscipline in certain things, which, I think tonight you've seen the team spirit's fabulous. They're a good group of lads. They just need leading. And we need, I think they need 3 or 4 players, down the spine of the team, really.
Thanks, Neil. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Neil, Dom from the Gazette. It'll be a positive meeting with Steve Gibson tomorrow after that tonight.
Oh, yeah. I think we'll get tonight out of the way first, Dom. I think we're going to have a celebration, get back up to Rockcliffe. I think that, I'm going to take all the staff out for a drink.
Tonight, when you get back?
Absolutely, yeah. What a relief. It's it's been a hell of a job. Been as difficult as I've ever had, really. The squad's, as you know, I felt it's been lopsided a little bit. But lads have come in, people like Dick Steele tonight. I thought he was tremendous tonight. He can play anywhere for me, and he's smiling away, and that's what I want him to play like. The centre backs were men tonight. Against Cardiff, we were so, sloppy. So the consistency is not there, but there's no doubt that they're all giving me everything they've got.
And I know we've asked you again and again and again over the last few weeks, but this feeling you've got now, surely you couldn't walk away from that. Surely you'll fancy sticking around and giving it another go next year.
Well, I mean, we've had this meeting planned from day one, and let's meet up the day after the last game. I've definitely got things to tell Steve. He's asked me about the whole club. Could I paint the picture of what's needed, hopefully to be successful next year for the club? And I just don't know anymore. I'll be speaking to Steve, and you know what my relationship is with him. He's a super guy. He's done everything for that. Not just the football club, but for the town. I'm just amazed when I look around at what his contribution is. And, it's nice for once to give him something to smile about tonight.
And just one more from me. You'd said yesterday you were going to speak to Adam Clayton about being involved tonight, but he obviously wasn't. Was that his decision or yours?
No, it was both of us, really. I'm not going to risk Clayton getting injured at this stage. It wasn't fair, really. I was more annoyed with Howson getting sent off, if I'm honest.
Hi, Neil. Scott here from the Northern Echo.
Hi,
Neil, if it's you, if it's whoever, but whoever is the manager of this club next season, is the job of rebuilding this summer or easier than the job you took on when you first came in, because you've got the chance to mould the squad to how you want it?
Well, I think it's easier because I think the advice I can give whoever, whatever, I've seen the lads now for 8 games. I think I can see where the club needs help, because a club like this should be successful. It shouldn't be down there fighting to stay in the league. Especially when it's not the greatest league this year. When you look at the playoffs and what have you, so they've got to be at the other end. It's just at my age whether you've got the time. I've definitely got the energy. I feel energised when I see the lads giving me everything like this, and I know the fans at home will be absolutely delighted. And quite, because there were a few doom and gloom merchants, weren't they, after the Bristol City QPR? I did make a mistake of reading some of the fans' forums after that game. I never did it after that. I'll leave it alone.
And I know you talked about the deficiencies in the squad, and clearly there are some. But do you feel there's strengths that you could work on in this squad as well? Young players coming through, players like Ray Ashley who've done it all their career.
Well, I think that there's some good youngsters at the club. I just think, we just got to get 1 or 2 players down the spine that are leaders, really. And like I say, I think the lads have given me everything since I've been there. We just needed a different type in the dressing room. And I think, I'm sure that whoever's making the decision, Steve will support them next year. Because, it's a hard league, the Championship. But I think, I love the Championship. You've got to be up at the top end, and you've got to be going for promotion, really. And there's no reason why Middlesbrough aren't.
And then the last one for me, that could have been George Trent's last game. Now, he's obviously done a decade at Borough, and I think the fans are kind of disappointed that they haven't had a chance, if it is his last game, to give him a send-off, because obviously they haven't been in any of the games. I mean, if he is to leave, I know you obviously haven't been here that long, but how would you sum up his contribution?
Well, I'll probably take him the open top car when I go around the city, George. And George can have a wave as well, can't he? I think he's an incredible professional. He's been such a help to me since day one. Not just for me, but the club itself. His contribution over the years, immense. Same with Clayton. Adam Clayton's 5 years. He's been a tremendous servant to the club. So I've nothing but time for these guys. And as you say, the decisions to be made over the next few weeks. The club's got decisions to make.
Neil, Anthony Vickers, you said that you love the Championship. Were you following the other results tonight? It was carnage at the bottom.
No, to be fair, I never want to know me because I don't want to lose my focus. So Jeppo told me, I think about 80 minutes, the lead score.
Right.
But that made me more determined to want to win the game, if I'm honest. I wanted to win the game. I didn't want to get a point and be happy. So I'm absolutely delighted that we ended up getting that winning goal.
Was it hard to avoid the distraction of all the other results? Not just you, but the rest of the bench and the lads on their phones?
Not really. I didn't even notice anything, me, so I'm not aware of the lads knowing either.
Okay, well done.
Thank you very much.
Neil, Joe from the Hartlepool Mail here. You changed back to the wing-back system tonight. Was that to match Sheffield Wednesday up because they played with the 2 strikers?
Well, I wanted to see Dick still there as well. I thought he was fantastic tonight in that right-hand side, because I like to let Jed go and then he can fill in down that side. And I thought that worked really well tonight. And I thought Marvin did well because I thought Murphy looked a threat tonight. But I thought Marvin stuck to his job. did well. There were a lot of pluses. I thought strikers did well, Tav did well, midfielders hung in there. So I was delighted, more or less. I thought everybody played the part tonight.
That wing-back system that you played, do you think that suits the squad at the minute? Because I remember Jonathan Woodgate saying that he felt that system suited the squad at the minute. But
I think we look a lot stronger away from home. I mean, we've won 4. We haven't won a home game, so I think you've got to be a bit versatile in the Championship. You've got to have the players. I like to play 4-3-3 if I'm honest, but you've got to have the players, and we haven't got the players at the moment. So it's one of those things to play to your strengths, and our strength really was the wing backs. And without Johnny House, and I thought I was disappointed he got sent off. I thought he could have been the linchpin tonight.